heritage, of their particular race, they're considered, you know, kind of a minority that is generally left alone, as long as they're not too open about their Christianity and they're not trying to proselytize to Muslims or spread the faith, then they're fine. Though, you know, many of the leaders have had some trouble over the years. But if you're a converted Muslim and you become a Christian, the law is that, you know, a random person can kill you on the street and it would be no sin. You know, it wouldn't be against the law. And they're taken to prisons and bad things happen to them. So for us, after we converted, I think I was 6 when we converted, and we stayed in Iran until I was 8, almost 9. And that time was a very, very frightening time, not just because the war was going on, but because our primary, you know, social outlet was this underground church. And every time there was a service, you were always afraid that people would knock the door down and burst in. My father was very, very much against my mother being a part of this. My father wasn't a Christian. So one time he burst in and like took us away. It was all just so much drama. And, you know, we knew people who were sent to jail for long periods of time. My mother was sent to jail a couple of times. You know, there was a man that we knew in Tehran that was just shot in the street, you know. So, yeah, being a Christian, a converted Christian in Iran was just a very scary, unpredictable prospect. And a lot of people we knew were leaving in droves. And eventually, of course, we left too.
Mm-hmm. Was that the reason why you had to leave, why your family had to leave?
Yes.
Because you were Christian?
We left, well, the only people that left were myself, my mother, and my brother. And yes, it was because my mother was a Christian. She kept getting arrested. And, you know, at some point they were going to execute her. You know, but the thing is, well, we escaped kind of in very last minute under very dramatic circumstances. And we went to Dubai and then to Rome. And for those 2 years in Dubai and Rome, we were, you know, living in refugee communities. And trying to find asylum somewhere in an English-speaking country. So eventually then we were accepted to the U.S., went to Oklahoma, and that was great.